Hey guys, I'm back for the next part of the Sonic Forces speedrun tutorial, and in this video we're going over the next stage, the next tag team stage as well, Red Gate Bridge. So, let's get to it. So this stage starts right off with a fairly big skip. It saves around 10 seconds, and just to show you what it skips, there's a cutscene right up here. Right up here. So there's this QTE cutscene with this Death Egg Sentinel that Sonic and the Avatar destroys. Yeah, you basically just skip this cutscene. The rest of this level is just dedicated to the Metal Sonic boss fight. So you finish that cutscene, go into here, you stomp, and up there's the Metal Sonic fight. But before I get into that, I want to show you the skip for the Death Egg Sentinel QTE scene. So to get into it, to start off, you want to inch your way towards the speed pad here, and you want to land on the rightmost edge of it. Now, you don't want to touch it. You want to get really close to its collision, but you don't want to actually touch it. A good way is just to do a careful jump over it. Oh, okay, that was bad, but do a careful jump over it and then stomp when you think you're in the right position. You'll know you did it right if you don't move at all, and if you don't get forced into the collision. Alright, that was perfect. So, as you can see, I stomped in the right position, and now what you do is you get Sonic to face in the left direction. And as you see, when I did that, now the Avatar is facing right. Now that the Avatar is facing right, what you do is you just drill forward, and now as you can see, we're moving in the cutscene area without being automatically moved forward. So the next part is you want to be at your full running speed, and then when you get to the next, you see these two black, this black thing that I'm standing in front of. When you get to the one that the trigger is at, you'll want to be at full speed, jump, and then do a drill in your sort of down right position, or in a down right angle, to make your way over to where the hole is that you stop to get to the Metal Sonic fight. Double jump. As soon as I double jump over the trigger, I start mashing the drill. You can hear me mashing it. And then I let it go. And then I charge up my drill again, and I drill forward. And boom. I just skipped the Death Egg Sentinel cutscene. So let me do that a little faster now. One thing to note is that if you're failing it a lot, it might also be because you're holding either right or left when you land from the stomp. Because remember, with this drill, the perk is that you instantly gain your max running speed after you do a stomp. And that can work against you because, remember, in this, you're not trying to move left or right, you're just trying to do like a neutral stomp. So basically, you jump over something, you let go of the analog stick, and then you stomp. If you keep holding a direction on the analog stick, then you'll just be propelled towards the auto run trigger, and that'll screw the whole thing up. So just going over the skip one more time. I stop in the correct position to the right of the speed pad there, and then I make Sonic face left. I start spamming the crouch button so that the Avatar faces right, and then I do a drill forward. And when I get to the that second row of those black ball things, I do a double jump, and then I charge up the drill, and then I let it go, and I charge up the drill again. So I charge up my drill here, I let go, I do a double jump, charge my drill again, drill in the air, I drill forward, I just start mashing stomp, and there, I just skipped that entire cutscene. So that's about it for like the most important part of this level, because the Metal Sonic fight coming up is a complete joke, so it's nothing to really worry about. It's the skip at the beginning that's really what you should be focusing your practice on in this level. That skip definitely takes some getting used to, because the area you have, the safe area to step inside of, is very small, so you'll basically just want to be practicing that stomp to just master that. That skip is easily the most difficult part of this level. Now, for the Metal Sonic fight, you just want to drill forward here, just drill and slide, and begin the fight. So the gist of this fight, let me pause this. So the gist of this fight is drilling into him to deal damage, obviously. Now he has 2 cycles, and the second cycle starts when you get his HP to halfway. Now the gist of this fight is jumping and drilling. Basically, you're not holding anything on the analog stick, you're just repeatedly jumping and drilling into Metal Sonic to deal damage to him. Alright, so I get the middle here. Alright, now I'm just jumping and drilling. As soon as I touch the ground again, I'm just jumping and drilling. That's literally all I'm doing. I'm not touching anything on the analog stick, I'm not doing any double jumps, I'm not gonna boost, I'm literally just jumping and drilling repeatedly. I'm just jumping, charging up my drill all the way, and drilling repeatedly. That's literally all there is to this fight. It's not rocket science. That's why I don't think this fight requires much explanation. I just jump and I drill into him. Jump and drill into him. Alright. And for these, for the boss fight double boost, you don't actually have to mash, because it doesn't lose any time. It's not any faster than mashing for the double boost, so you don't have to worry about doing that. So that's Redgate Bridge. As I said, the most important part of this level is by far the skip at the beginning, because the Metal Sonic fight is just a complete joke. So I will just go over the skip one more time, and then after that I'll do my run through of the stage. So let's take a look at that. So just remember, for the skip, you want to start off just by doing a quick stomp to get yourself to max speed. So quick stomp, stop here, do the jump over there, and then do the stomp to get into the right position. So you stomp over here, into the right position, you make Modern Sonic face left, you spam crouch so that the avatar faces right, and then you drill, do the double jump over the trigger, which is the 3rd row of these black things, and then you drill your way to the hole. And just to give you some idea of where the trigger is, just remember that the collision for the player is going to be on the avatar, since you drilled with the avatar. So I'm just gonna run into the trigger and slow down the footage just so you can get a good idea of where it actually is. So obviously the gist is doing the double jump just before you reach that point. You jump over the trigger, you charge up the drill again, and then you drill your way towards the hole in the wall. And then here you just mash stomp, and so that's the skip in a nutshell. So that's everything with the skip out of the way. Now, because the Metal Sonic fight is so basic, there's not really much to go through there. So I'm just going to go through the stage explaining as I go, so let's take a look at that. So I'm going to start off the stage with a stomp, and then a quick stomp over to the right side of the trigger there. Going to double jump over the Death Egg Sentinel trigger. I'm going to drill over into the hole, just going to mash stomp here. And then I'm going to do some drill slides over to the Metal Sonic trigger. Just drilling repeatedly into Metal Sonic, like I said. I'm just jumping and drilling. You can stop here, it doesn't really matter because the game catches you up. Wait for it. Wait for him to charge at you and then drill towards him. Should be pretty obvious though, either way. And then I just stomp here. You don't have to mash for this if you don't want to, it doesn't really matter. And then this is automatic. And there we go. Yeah, as you can see, aside from the skip at the beginning, this is a very, kind of forgettable basic stage. It's not even really a stage, honestly. It's just a really awful boss fight. Awful in the sense that it's really boring. There's not much to go into aside from the skip at the beginning, which, like I keep mentioning, that's the most important part, and that's what you'll want to be practicing the most in this stage. So as far as times go, anything in the stage in between a 118 to a 125 is a great time. The skip saves about 10 seconds. I'd say there's no reason not to try and go for it. It's much simpler than some of the more complicated skips we've gone through over the course of this tutorial so far. But that's it for Red Gate Bridge. So if you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments below. But I will see you guys in the next video about Guardian Rock. See you then.